Mm-hmm. Okay. You sure? There's nothing we can do about it? Okay. So you guys may have been able to tell in my last video I was a little stuffed up, and that's actually unfortunate because I had COVID. I'm in the clear now. I feel a lot better. I didn't ever get like crazy sick. I just got a little cold and stuffed up. But I'm able to practice and stuff now again. However, I'm not the only one on our team or in our conference even or in D3 hockey that got COVID. There's been a lot of problems with it right now coming back from break. So it really begs the question, is this going to force our season to get canceled, or is this just going to be a little blip in the road? But yeah, let's get into this, and I'll try to explain everything because it's really rapidly changing. So I guess we'll just go on a little timeline, and I'll try to explain it the best I can. But it's changing pretty much every day right now, even for us. So yeah, so we got back after Christmas break to school, and since like the Omicron variant or whatever was spreading really, really rapidly, we were required to test to be on campus. Our entire school actually went online for the month of January, but athletes were allowed back that were in season. But in order to do this, we had to test. So when we got back, we did a test right away, and then we had to test 3 times a week. And our first test went okay, and then a couple people got it in our second round of testing, which was not alarming, but kind of expected, and things were going as planned. So we were allowed to play our game against Hamlin, which was the first day we were back, or first weekend we were back, and we were allowed to play that game with a few positives and no real issues. However, that Monday after that game, we had a really big spike in positives, including myself, and I don't think it was to any fault of our own. It just really was spreading a ton, and it put a little pause on our situation. So that's where things kind of went downhill. We weren't allowed to practice anymore. We had enough positives that most of our team was in quarantine, and we weren't allowed to practice or anything like that. So our games for this past weekend, our second set of games against Gustavus, actually ended up having to be postponed because us and them were both having COVID issues within our teams. And I suspect a lot of teams were having that same issue because a lot of D3 games across the country were canceled when when we all got back from break. So it's really unfortunate, and it really sucked. But now, as of right now, those games are kind of up in the air. We don't know if they're going to be postponed and rescheduled, or we don't know if they're going to be forfeited. And if they're forfeited, we'll both have to, win one, lose one, which would really suck because we want to play those games, and they're conference games, so we want to be able to get those points. So as a team, we're obviously praying to reschedule those because we want to be able to play those games and get those points, but you really never know what's going to end up happening, and it's a really unknown, frustrating situation. I mean, the guys that didn't test positive were in the clear, and then they had to test 3 times a week, and then they had to test and they were good, and then even us in quarantine, we were in for 5 days, and then we were in for 7 days, and if you test negative, you're out. So it's just a really confusing situation, and it really made us wonder if our entire season was going to be canceled or not in general. The good news is, though, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. It doesn't feel like we're on the verge of canceling our season. It seems like this was just a little blip in the road, and we're going to continue playing. Thankfully, they're still letting us play this upcoming weekend. We have 2 games against Wisconsin teams. Most of our team is back now from quarantine, and we're building up to practice up until we're game ready, I guess. We have a meeting with Doc today to try to figure that out, if we're all going to be cleared to play or not. But yeah, I mean, hopefully it starts to slow down. The spread starts to slow down now, and this is just a small blip in the road, and we're able to reschedule those games and nothing else happens. But realistically, guys, I mean, my season's been canceled by this virus once, and who knows if it's going to happen again. We can all just pray and hope that it doesn't happen again. But yeah, after having our season canceled last year, it would just really, really be a big hit to the heart if we weren't able to play my senior season and everyone's year out like we were hoping to. But yeah, it seems as though this will not be the case, and I'm super excited to keep playing and keep being able to make videos, because honestly, like, if the season got canceled, I think my video making would go completely on pause, because I just would be so crushed and wouldn't know what to do and wouldn't know, you know, what to make videos on. I think we have a good thing going right now making these videos. It's been pretty good. I think we're having some fun and we're growing, and I'm starting to get more comfortable in filming different things. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I'm excited to see where the rest of this season goes and how many more videos and what videos we're gonna make. But yeah, if you're excited too, leave a like and a comment down below. I'm mostly just pumped that we get to go to practice today and not have our season canceled. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.